did not finish. The first book I did give it a 3 stars because I did like it. But I don't know. The concept is one that's been done. I feel like it's got a little bit of a twist as far as like the colors of the blood go. Because for those of you who don't know, so Mare is the protagonist in this. She has red blood. She is kind of, so she's from a poor village. She is a thief. She steals for her family in order to help, feed them and stuff like that. And she ends up getting a job with the Silvers, who are the ruling class. They are the nobility in this series. And comes to discover that she ends up having superhuman abilities, which only the silver-blooded are supposed to have. And so we find all of that out, and she ends up becoming engaged to the second son of the king, the prince, and stuff happens, and at the end of it, there was a twist, which was I was kind of expecting, but kind of not. But I feel like this whole trope has been done. I feel like this whole thing has been done before. It's that dystopian world type thing. The oppressed class trying to rise up and overthrow the ruling class. So that's pretty much, we have the Scarlet Guard, who is the rebel group in this, who finds out about Mare's abilities, and they find out that there are more like her. So that's what happens in book 2, is they try and find more of them, and things happen. And I don't know, I wanted to read these because I know there's more coming out. Victoria Aveyard is coming out with another collection, I think, of short stories, or like a novella or something, this year to go with these books. So I wanted to read them because I've seen a lot of hype surrounding the novella. But honestly, like I said, the first book was okay, but the second book I just couldn't get into it. I don't know if it's just second book syndrome. I know in a lot of series, a lot of trilogies, the second book is kind of like the filler in between the beginning and the conclusion. But I don't know, because there are 2 other books besides this one, so I'm like, do I finish it and try reading the third one and get disappointed because of what's happening, because I'm really not enjoying it, or do I, just kind of give up and set the series aside? So at this point, I'm deciding to set the series aside because, like I said, I just couldn't get into book number 2. If you think I should finish, go ahead and leave me a comment down below letting me know, A, why you think I should finish, if you don't and B, what your thoughts were on the series as a whole. Try not to include any spoilers if you don't mind, because I'd like this to be as spoiler-free as possible. But I kind of want to know your thoughts. If you have read the series, let me know what you think, and whether or not you think I should continue reading it or not. So that was The Red Queen and The Glass Sword, the first 2 books in the Red Queen series by Victoria Aveyard. Okay. Okay, so the next books that I'm going to talk about is one that I just finished and then the one that I'm currently reading. The one that I just finished is Breaking the Ice by Julie Cross. I have read other things by Julie Cross. This is actually the second book in the series. The first one is called Off the Ice. Yes, Off the Ice was the first one. And I did enjoy that one. It kind of had some... I like Julie Cross because she includes things in her books that maybe some people don't think about. So, for example, in the first one, it included the teen's parent ended up with a terminal illness, he had a brain tumor and, had a stroke, so he was having troubles with mobility, stuff like that. So this particular character, Claire, decided that she needed to move home instead of fulfilling her dream and going to Northwestern, which is a program that she had gotten into for music and stuff. But she felt family obligation kind of outranked that. And then Tate was the male character in the first one, and he was a hockey player. Yeah, these are hockey books. Again, I know I talked about a hockey book in my last video, but again, hockey books. Tate is a hockey player, and he wants to continue playing hockey, but he doesn't want to play hockey if his father's shadow is going to kind of cast everything in shadow. I said shadow like a lot right then, sorry. But his father was a hockey player, and he ended up with an injury, so wasn't able to continue playing in college. And so instead he's a college scout, and he abuses his position in an effort to get Tate to agree to play for his college's team. And all kinds of shady business going on there. So but that like family obligation and that type of thing, trying to live up to your parent's shadow, like I feel like sometimes that gets touched on a little bit more than breaking the ice. I liked this one because it talked about allergies. Allergies are a huge thing, particularly nut allergies. And the male character in this, Fletcher Scott, had all kinds of allergies. He's allergic to wheat, he's allergic to tree nuts, peanuts, he's allergic to dairy, he's allergic to, what was the other thing? Soy, shellfish. He was also deathly allergic to shellfish. And allergies isn't one of those things that you really see in a protagonist or in a main character in a lot of books. So I loved that the character in this was allergic to a lot of stuff, because it made for interesting interactions between Fletcher and the female main character, Haley Stevenson. So Fletcher is a character. Oh, he also has asthma, which asthma is a little more common ailment in main characters throughout in books. But this book kind of cracked me up. Fletcher's character is he's the nerdy silent type, but he also has some quirks. So we find out he has a job that everybody thinks he's a stripper. He's not a stripper. Just an FYI, not a stripper. But his job is a little bit unconventional. So that made for an interesting story. Haley's trying to figure him out pretty much through the whole thing, and at the end she eventually does. They kind of figure each other out. So this was a great read, and again, I really enjoyed Off the Ice too. And so I'm really looking forward to, and like I said, this is one that I'm reading. The one that I'm reading is On the Ice. This is the third one. This actually just came out this year. And this follows one of the other hockey player characters, Jake Hammond. He is actually the captain of the hockey team. And it says on the back here that he ends up with an injury, which is interesting because I want to say it's Jake's senior year. So Jake's senior year ends up with an injury, and he's also being punished for something. So he has to coach the girls team, or help coach the girls hockey team, which is how he meets Brooke. I haven't gotten too far into this. I'm only a couple of pages in, but I really enjoyed everything I've read by Julie Cross. So I'm really looking forward to reading more of her. I can't remember exactly what all I've read by her, but I will try and leave the link to her Goodreads page down in the description box below, so you guys can take a look at her page and see what she's written, and maybe you'll enjoy a couple of things that she's written as well. Okay, so that is all I have for you guys today. Again, it was just a couple of books that I've read in teen. If you have any comments on any of the items that I've read, again, leave me comments below on whether or not you think I should continue the Red Queen series. because again, I couldn't get into it. Also, if you read anything by Julie Frost, let me know what you've read and what you thought of it, because again, I've only read a couple of books by her. Suggestions for others who read books to read are always welcome down in the comments below, and I will see you guys again next